Hey everybody, welcome to Tech Uploaded. I'm CP Hadley, and today got a little bit of an impromptu unboxing here. It was one of those Massdrop deals, and I kind of forgot about it, and then boom, showed up on my doorstep today, so that was pretty cool. So in this box right here, it's a Pebble Smartwatch. So I ordered this a while ago when it was on Massdrop, and I actually kind of forgot about it. I think it took a little while for Pebble to get all the fulfilled orders into Massdrop to ship out, and then it arrived today. So I thought, why not make my first look at this your first look, unless you have one. That's your second look. Or maybe you know a lot of people who have one. Then you just don't care. So you can stop watching now. But if you don't have one, or you just like to relive the moment of opening it for the first time, I'm going to do that right now. Unsafe knife. All right, let's take a look here. Don't mind all the stuff on my computer. I'm just doing some benchmarking. All right. Not the world's craziest packaging by any means, but they could have just shipped it in this. I'm glad they didn't. All right, here it is. It's time. Time for what? You know, it's time for me to open this. Look at the box. Nice box. I actually really like this look when it's just cardboard. It's like the actual cardboard. It's kind of like with the exposed brick in apartments and homes. I just like that rustic, rugged look. Anyway, turn it over in the back. It says, Meet Pebble. Hello, Pebble. And it says hello. So there you go. Works for iPhone and Android, and it lists all of the different things it works with. Pretty much as long as you're not using an iPhone 3G or before, you're good. So iOS 5 or newer is required. Android smartphones running Android 2.3.3 and up. See pebble.com for details. All right, so this looks pretty straightforward. It says, open this side up. All right, up. Boom. All right. Oh, see, I wasn't following the this side up thing. Let's move it back. That never happened. All right, there it is. The watch. So get started at go.pebble.com is right on the inside there. And let's take this thing out. It's really light. Didn't expect it to be that light. Model 301BL. And it's got your serial number on the back. Got a nice little coating over the front here. I opted for the black option. You can get a ton of different colors on this thing, but went for the black. Now, this isn't the most updated Pebble smartwatch out there. They've got like the steel now. I think the Pebble Steel, which is more along the lines of this kind of look, bracelet watch look. I've already put a fingerprint on it. Look at that. And that unboxing is real simple for this. Then you got this USB cable. The USB cable is proprietary, so don't lose this or you're screwed, because you have to line it up at the side of the watch, and then it just clips on. It's magnetic. So let's boot this thing up. It's plugged in. Ah, there it goes. Now it's all happy. Install and run the Pebble app. So I guess I got to do that. All right. So I'm going to take off and kind of install that, and then I guess we'll do a quick run through of all the different things this can do. But that was a pretty straightforward unboxing. If you get this box, you can't figure out how to get to your Pebble, you should be using the Pebble. All right, so I've been wearing the Pebble for about a week and a half now. And what I wanted to do was make sure that I allowed the watch to fully discharge, then charge it, and then allow it to go through an entire charge cycle again, so I could get an accurate idea of what the battery life on this watch would be under normal use. So what was normal use for me? Well, first off, let me go through some of the pros of the watch. I found that I'm using it for things I didn't think that I would use it for. For example, one of my favorite features of the watch is being able to use it to control my iPhone, the music on my iPhone. Why? Because my car has Bluetooth audio, which is great, except for the Bluetooth audio sounds terrible, so I usually have it hooked up through the auxiliary cable. Now, the problem with that is in order to control the volume or change songs or anything like that, I can control the volume on the car to an extent, but I have to kind of make sure I set my iPhone to the right volume level on it to make sure everything's right. But then to change songs, that's something that, either I just listen to whatever's on my playlist, or I have to actually look at the phone I'm driving, which is really dangerous. Now, with the watch, I can be holding the steering wheel, look down, and just use the little control buttons in order to change my song. I can actually see what's playing and everything, which is great. So now I just do this, instead of having to do this, which is a lot safer. So that's actually one of my favorite features. That, and I'm kind of a weather nerd, so being able to always know what the temperature is great because it's a good-looking watch face, and it has, you know, the temperature on it all the time, which is cool. And it even says your location, which, I don't know, I think that's kind of cool as well. It's a geeky thing, what can I say? Now, as far as apps go, I haven't dived too far into what I can actually do as far as apps. One thing I did notice when I was in the App Store, or whatever Pebble calls it, is there were quite a few things in there that actually said they were Android only. So unfortunately, as an iPhone user, I didn't get to try out some of the apps that I thought looked pretty interesting, but there's still a lot to choose from, and this is a platform that's just going to keep growing because, you know, it's pretty much open source. You know, anybody can get the API and write a piece of software for this fancy timepiece. Now, battery life, thing you're probably wondering about. Under normal use, doing the things like I said, you know, just using it as a watch, using it to control my music, and then using it to read notifications, which is really nice. So if I get a text message or a Facebook message or someone sends me something on LinkedIn or I get a calendar invite, that pops up on here. And that's actually really, really nice because the one day I wasn't wearing it, I got a text message and I went like this and I was just wearing my regular mechanical analog watch and I was like, ah. Battery life under those usage terms, 1 week exactly. I charged the watch on a Tuesday and it ran out of juice. I got the 10% warning Monday night of the next week. So I was able to go Tuesday all the way through Monday. So 7 full days of use on this watch, which I think that's fantastic. That's great. I mean, I have mechanical watches, and if you don't put them on a watch winder, one of them you have to wind, which I actually like because if I remember to wind it, then I don't have to reset it. But the other one, you can't even wind it. So if you go more than about a day and a half without wearing the watch, you got to reset it. So it's really nice. A full week. I mean, that's way more than I expected. Wearing the watch, I've actually had a few people compliment it. They said, oh, it's a pretty cool watch. And, you know, I geek out when something like that happens. So that was fun. And it's just really, it's a very comfortable watch. It's lightweight. The band is a nice rubber, actually. At first when I saw it was a rubber band, pew, I thought, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll change the band out. But actually, I'm going to keep this band. It's really comfortable. I really like it. And, you know, I think it complements the watch really well. It goes with, you know, a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously, it's a techie thing. But, you know, what are you going to do? I like that look. Some people are probably like, oh, nerd, whatever. But, you know, let the haters hate. I like it. I think it looks good. It's easy to read, even in low light. And when you do this, it lights up. Only for a few seconds, but enough to read it. All right, so all in all, I really like the Pebble. I think it's a nice looking watch. It's got a nice casual look to it. It looks techy. It's wearable tech, which is something I'm really into, and I think it's a cool movement in the technology space right now. And you know what? If you're not into that casual look with the plastic and the rubber, you can get a Pebble Steel, because I believe those are shipping now, and they're exactly what they say, steel on the front and the band, so it's got that more bracelet style look. But all in all, there's a lot of features on this watch that I'm using way more than I thought I would. The notifications thing, it's not just a gimmick. I really have gotten accustomed to having that. Whenever my phone goes off now, I just look at my wrist. The fact that I can check the weather just by looking at my wrist, that's kind of a weather geek thing, like I said earlier, but I think it's pretty cool. And the customizable watch faces that go along with it, top notch. And the library of those just keeps growing. And then finally, the thing that I love the most is the fact that I can control my iPhone using my watch. That just makes it so much easier to use my iPhone when I'm driving because I can hook it up to my aux jack, and I'm finding I use my iPhone in the car way more than I have in years. So all in all, for the price, if you're into wearable tech, if you're into, you know, being at the cutting edge of a new movement, because let's face it, these smartwatch things are not going anywhere anytime soon, and owning one of these is going to someday be like saying you owned an original iPhone. So I give it a thumbs up. Go for it. You won't regret it. Anyway, if you like this video, please do like and subscribe, and be sure to check back soon. See you later.